Alright, guys. Y'all normally know how this go. As soon as I come out of a blissful meditation, I just pick up the camera and I just start talking because I just realized that's like the best time to pick up the camera and start making a video because you know, I'm not my mind. I'm not my thoughts. I'm just consciousness. And it's that moment it's hard to explain because you won't experience it the whole day. Like there's only there's for some people it's longer, for some people it's shorter, but that I can't even explain the feeling. It's something that I can't even explain. But if you know, you know. Some people will call it satori. Satori is what I was just feeling, and starting to wear off a little bit, but satori. A lot of people For a lot of people it'll last longer. For a lot of people it'll last for a shorter amount of time. I'm now getting into it, so it's like I won't experience it longer than like an hour. But I know for some people they can experience it for like half the day. But you can't experience Satori for like a whole 24 hours. Well, I'm not gonna say you can't. I'm just gonna say it's very, very difficult to get to that enlightened stage. Point is, this is just the best time to be making a video, right? Look at these fake clouds. Like, those clouds are so fake, like it's so obvious. I don't know how people don't look up in the sky and be like, those are clouds. Anyways, we're gonna be talking about twin flames, soulmates. These concepts get thrown around a lot. Apparently twin flames and soulmates are like different things. What I want to talk about in this video is actually a personal experience. And this literally just happened a couple hours ago. This actually spans back from last night. So last night around, I want to say around 7 p.m, me and my mom went to the supermarket to go get some groceries. And she asked me about my ex. My ex is my twin flame. My ex that I just recently got out of a relationship with is my twin flame. So she asked me about my twin flame, and she was like, are you guys still talking? Did you guys start speaking again? And it's like, and this is how I know this is my twin flame, because it's how I notice my twin flame, because one simple question or one simple phrase can just trigger me to just oh my god, I have a scapegoat to think about her, speak about her. So that I just went on a tangent. I was telling my mom this whole story, the conversations we had, what she was doing on social media and stuff like that. And and I realized I told my mom all that, and it triggered something in me. It triggered this longingness for approval of me being right in the situation. And my mom was just like, yeah, she'll be back. I don't know why she's acting like that, blah blah blah. And then at the time it made me feel kind of good. Because it's okay, my mom says I'm right, so I'm right. She's gonna come back. Which I know she's gonna come back, but that's the wrong reason for thinking it. See, after that, and after that conversation, we were in the supermarket, and we started talking about other stuff. But it's I felt so dazed. I felt so out of place. Just being in public, with everybody around in a giant supermarket. We were in Costco, by the way. And it's just I was thinking about her. Even after I was done talking about her, that talking about her triggered me to think about it. It's a callback of energy. So I started thinking about her, and I was just seeing a whole bunch of synchronicities about her. I started I started seeing the car that she drives. I started, like, there was this one worker in Costco. And she literally had her hair. She had her hair the same way that my ex would have her hair. Like, it would be like my ex would always put her hair in like a messy bun. If your girl puts her hair in a messy bun, she's a keeper. The messy bun always gets me. I love messy buns. So, she had a messy bun, and she had on some dunks, some sneakers, and she had on some khaki pants. And like, I'm literally looking at this girl, and she was black, but my ex is Asian. She's Vietnamese. My ex is Vietnamese. That was the only difference that I could spot in her physical appearance, was that she was black and my ex is like Asian. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, she dresses just like her. And then that's like, it was just tripping me out. And then later on, when I'm in the store, I'm walking past her. No, not her. I'm walking past the aisle, and I see this thing. I look to the side, and it's Vietnamese food. I've never seen Vietnamese food in a supermarket ever before. I've never seen Vietnamese food in a supermarket. But that one time was the time that I had to see Vietnamese food. It's a food, it's called pho. It's PHO. And the reason I remember this is because my ex-girlfriend told me about pho. She told me what it is. And I looked to the side, and then it was a giant packaging of Vietnamese pho. And I'm like, that's what my ex eats. That's what she eats. And then, like, this just happened all night. I just kept seeing synchronicities, things that just remind me of her, things that keep reminding me of my ex. And then, even before I went to, when I went to sleep, it was like, I can't do it. I'm going crazy. And follow me. I'm gonna get to the point soon. It's like I'm going crazy, and then when I go to sleep, I end up having a dream, and she's in like 90% of the dream. And I remember telling you guys, like, a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago, but I think it was like a week ago. I remember having a dream about her, and in the dream, she told me that she still loves me. But the dream that I had last night, I remember, I don't know why, but in the dream I tried to kiss her, and she rejected me. She pushed me away. She said no, not yet. She said no, not yet, in the dream. So I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, when I woke up, I was like, I'm so confused. Like, a couple days ago, in the dream, her higher self told me that she still loves me. But then, like, a day ago, or last night, the dream that I had, her higher self told me that her higher self rejected me and told me not yet. So, like, I'm tripping out, and I'm just like I can't do it. I'm just like, I can't do it. F it. I'm just gonna add a second number on my phone, and I'm just gonna text her, cause she has my main number blocked. But, like, she has my main number blocked, and she has my Instagram blocked. The last conversation we had was pretty calm, but somebody interfered and texted her something, and that made her block me. But so it was like she blocked me. So it's like I was just like, F this twin flame journey, F this soulmate shit. I'm just gonna fucking make and this is this morning, like literally this morning, like on my way to the gym. I'm like, you know what, F it. I'm just gonna make a separate number, and I'm just gonna text her from there, and I'm just gonna spam call her until she decides to hear me out, and until she wants to get back together. And then after all of that stemmed from me just having a conversation with my mom about her. Literally, the dream, the synchronicities, all of that happened just out of having a conversation with my mom about her. That's how powerful that shit is. That's how powerful the magnetism between you and your twin flame are. The more you talk about them, the more you complain about them, the more you vent about them, the more their soul is gonna push away. Their soul is gonna literally their soul is gonna push away. Like, the only way to get your twin flame back or get your soulmate back is to just stay on your spiritual path. Stay on your spiritual path. Just stay where you're at. Not stay where you're at, but it's like expanding while being still. Duality. Expand while being still. Learn, but still know nothing, basically. So it's like you stay on your spiritual path, you stay learning new things, you stay, applying techniques and all this other stuff on your spiritual path, your spiritual ascension, and you just gotta learn to let go. And I know I say that in every freaking video, but it's like, even me, like, I tell you guys, like, I'm being transparent with you guys. I literally had a thought in my head about making a separate number and just begging my ex to be back with me. Like, I was just gonna make a separate number and text her like, hey, I know you blocked me, blah blah blah, just unblock my number and let's talk, and just please. That's what I was thinking about doing in my head. That's what I was thinking, and I was so close to doing it. I downloaded the app and everything. Like, I was ready to go. I was about to send her the message, but then I had to catch myself. What is this gonna do? It's just gonna push her back further. She's just gonna get tired of me again. She's just not gonna want to speak to me. I have to leave her alone. And that's what I want to tell you guys. Like, it's so painful. It's like, because it's like, you can't stop thinking about them. The only way that you can stop thinking about them is understanding that you are not your mind. I don't know why, but my hair is very itchy. And my hair is not dirty. Maybe because I was just laying down in the grass. Because that's what I do when I meditate. It's like, you need to realize that you are not the mind. You are not the thinker. You observe the thinking. So the more you observe the thinking and the more you observe the mind do what it does, the more you observe that as a separate entity, your separate self, because that's all your mind is. Your mind is just your separate self. You got the mind, body, and the soul. Your body is what you are on this 3D realm. Your mind is metaphysical. And then your soul is just consciousness. Your soul is consciousness. Your mind is metaphysical. So what you're thinking about metaphysically, man, like, that shit translates to your soul. You get it? When you're thinking from the mind to the soul, that's when it affects the soul. But when it's just the soul to the mind, then that's when your mind stops thinking all these thoughts. That's when the obsessive thinking about your twin flame stops. And it's like, it's not even something that I mastered yet. Like, I didn't even master it. I could be transparent with you guys because I don't really care. This is all about learning experiences. So, like, I'll tell you guys embarrassing things about me literally about to beg my ex to come back after fucking multiple videos of me saying you gotta just leave him alone. Yeah, that's me. I almost went back on my word. Just like how every nigga on semen retention be thinking like, damn, I want to hit that shit, but I'm on semen retention. Same thing. And it's like, that's where you gotta go with it. You gotta understand that you are the soul. You are consciousness. You're not the thinker. You're not the mind. You're not the ego. You're not your separate self. You're not that. You're not that. You're stronger, better consciousness. So the more you understand that, the less you think about the person. The less and less you think about the person, the more you live in the present, the more you live in the now, the more you live in the now, the faster they come back. It's science. It's just science. It's just like, oh, this was actually a good example. Like in chemistry, there's a cathode and there's an anode. Basically, two magnets. The more one pushes, the more one pulls. So the more one pulls, the more one pushes. Same thing. If you're the pusher in this twin flame relationship, right? In this twin flame connection, if you're the pusher, they're just gonna pull back. You need to be the puller. When you be the puller, and two magnets are like this, then the dynamic is gonna change. They're gonna be like, wait, I need to push. So it's like, if you're the pusher, if you're the one that's obsessing, keeps texting them, keeps calling them, it's not gonna work, because you're the pusher. The more you push, the more they pull. If you want them to chase you, then you gotta be the puller. You gotta pull back. So then when you go from this back to this, then they're going to be the one doing this, if that makes sense. So it's like, you don't really get anything out of trying to chase them, obsessing over them is something that's inevitable. Like, it's going to happen, and it's gonna hurt. But like, you gotta understand, like, at some point, enough is enough. Like, the faster you understand that there's no point in obsessing over them, the faster you're going to get them back. It's all about desire. It's how the law of attraction works. It's how the law of attraction works. The bigger desire you have for something, it's not gonna come for you. It's not gonna come towards you. And that's the whole law of attraction. The point is to have no desire. When you have no desire for it, that's when the universe puts it in your face. Because the universe doesn't want you to have any attachments towards this thing. Which is why it's giving it to you. Say I want like $1 million. I want $1 million so bad. I want $1 million so bad. If the universe gave you $1 million while you want $1 million so bad, what's the point of trying to grow spiritually? If I'm just getting everything that I want. What's the point? You gotta struggle. You gotta suffer. I want this person so bad. If the universe gives you the person, that person is gonna throw you off track of your spiritual journey. So it's like, if you just get what you want, and if you get what you want without learning to detach and let go, it's not gonna work. You can't manifest, and that's where a lot of people go wrong with manifesting. You can't manifest something that you still have attachments to. You can't manifest something that you still have this metaphysical desire for. Can't do that. So the $1 million is gonna come to you when you say to yourself and genuinely mean it. Like, when you say and genuinely mean, man, fuck that $1 million. I don't need that $1 million, man. F being rich. I don't need to be rich. Who cares about being rich? When you do that, and when you realize that you are everything without what you wanted so bad, that's when you get it. That's when the universe puts it towards you. It's simple law of attraction stuff. And that's literally what it is with your twin flame or your soulmate or whatever you want to call them. Your person, the person that you're spiritually connected to, the person that your soul is connected to. That's how it works for them too. That's how it works for them. When you realize I don't need this person. I don't need this person. That's my soul. That's my soul, but I don't need them right now. That's my soul. I don't, no, no. I'm secure within myself. I know who I am. I know I'm powerful. And you got to let that desire go. You have to let the desire go. The desire of wanting them is going to just do nothing but delay it. I'm telling you, the faster you let go of the desire for them, the faster they come back. That's when the universe pulls you guys back together. The universe is just trying to teach you both a lesson. That's all the universe is trying to do. It's just trying to teach you guys a lesson. So, hopefully, my experience, and you know, this isn't even me talking. Like, this is the source talking to you guys. This is the universe talking to you guys. This is you talking to you. This is you talking to you. You know, I'm not saying anything special. I'm telling you something that you already knew. We're all connected. Even these people walking behind me, we're connected. Like, you have to let go of you have to detach. You got to let go of that metaphysical you have to let go of that metaphysical obsession in order to attract them back. And you need to genuinely do it too. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna think about them. I don't want them. And in the deep back of your mind, you're like, damn, but I wish they would come back. I know that me doing this is gonna make them come back. That's not gonna work. You can't trick the universe. The universe knows your true intentions. You can't trick your higher self. It has to be genuine. It has to be like, okay, I'm not thinking about this person. I'm not talking about this person. None of that. None of that. I'm not thinking about this person nor talking about this person. I'm not thinking about this person nor talking about this person. And then, like, even in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and I'm fully secure within myself to keep on going on this spiritual journey, even if it means that I don't get them back. You have, like, that's where you need to be. You have to completely let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. And again, that's something that I'm still working on. Which is why I'm telling you guys, this is not me talking to, like, this is you talking to yourself. This is the source talking to you. The universe is talking to you through me. Because that's something that even Nassim struggles with. That's something that Nassim still struggles with. So, hopefully I helped you guys out. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Because, you know, logic can't be made out of this stuff. So, like, logic can't be made out of this stuff. So whenever I talk about it, and when people understand it, that's really like their conscious downloading the information. So yeah, don't be needy. Don't be greedy. Don't be needy and greedy. Give them space. Don't think about them. Try not to think about them. And every time you do think about them, understand, I am not my thoughts. I am not my thoughts. I am not my thoughts. Do that. And then you'll think of them less and less. I promise it works. So, you got to give them space. Give them time. And I know it's really, really hard. Because then you have those thoughts like, oh my, or who are they with? Like, is he having sex with somebody else? Is she having sex with somebody else? Like, what are they doing? What are they, like, is somebody else fucking them? Like, are they enjoying another person? Like, I know, like, that shit hurts. And it's gonna hurt. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. It's gonna hurt. But you gotta push forward. You gotta push past that shit. You gotta push past it. And then the last thing is, you just have this intuitive knowing that y'all are gonna, like, that y'all are just gonna physically get back together. The body's gonna reunite and get back together. And that's what I know. I know that, like, trust me, I know. It's like, I can't explain how I know, but that's how you know that you know. It's trusting your intuition. I can't explain how I know, but I know that I know. You get what I mean? That's how I know. It's just intuitive thinking. Always trust your intuition. Even when the mind can't explain the intuition, even when your mind can't explain the logic of your intuition, always trust your intuition, because your intuition is consciousness. Your intuition is the source. I'm gonna make $1 million. That's the source talking to you. But how am I gonna make $1 million? Don't think about that. Just know that you're gonna get $1 million. I'm gonna get this person. But how am I gonna get this person? She blocked me on everything. Don't just know that you're gonna get the person back. You know, that's where you gotta get with it. Not in here, and here, the source. You know. So hopefully that made sense. Trying to conceptualize all these things that just is not logic is pretty hard. But, you know, hopefully you guys have a great day. Have a great rest of the day. I'm going all in with this YouTube stuff, so that means I am always every time I'm out here, I'm going to make a video for you guys. And I'm going to be super consistent, super all that. And, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready. You know, I just realized that I just want to help people as well, man. Like, helping people is, like, oh my, I'm starting to think that's my purpose. Like, helping people might just be my purpose. Yeah. Love you guys, man. Nas out.